Hi, Collective. It's Fred again. We're going to do a timeless collective read. I cleansed the energy. I prayed over all the cards. I do need to shuffle these. I channeled a song a little bit ago, and it was 21 Guns. And was that Green Day? Anyway, I listened to the song, I don't know how many times, hundreds of times, but never really paid attention to the lyrics. And it was an interesting read. So if that song means anything to you, go check out the lyrics. Man, these cards are so hard. This is what we're going to do. They're so stiff. Break them into halves. Shuffle them that way. Because I'm sure that noise is lovely for you. Ziggy, play 963 hertz. Okay, that's better. Glass might be too clean. Could just be this deck. Oh, we've got things coming out. Okay, also, a couple of nights ago, I've been really busy, so I haven't had time to do a read in like 3 days. And I think the last one I did, I decided not to post, but it was about, I saved a drowning rat really late at night. It was like 11 o'clock at night. I don't know, 10:30. Anyway, I ended up like hearing something in the water in my pool. And I'm out in the country. I'm out in the boondocks, relatively. Anyway, yeah, there was a rat in the pool, and I had to save the drowning rat, which was really strange. First of all, I'm not sure why I saved it, but then why not? It was an animal that was dying. But secondly, after I did it, I sat down and had an epiphany that I had saved a drowning rat, which was interesting. So we got a Knight of Swords here. First card out, which can be ambition or single-mindedness. So let's see. And yes, I was checking my sheet. Let's see what's happening. Spirit. Four of Swords. Okay. So somebody either needs rest or is resting. We'll find out. Three of Wands in reverse. Somebody needs rest, or they're resting, waiting for their ships to come in. Their ships aren't coming in. Three of Wands in reverse. Whatever they're waiting for isn't happening. Justice. Okay, so their ship's not coming in. Somebody is waiting. They're just staring at the ceiling. They're waiting for their ships to come in, but they're not. And apparently that is Justice. Okay, give us one more card for this line, Spirit, and then we'll clarify. My ears are ringing pretty good tonight. Oh yeah, and I gotta look up. I always forget that. Three of Swords. Okay, so this Justice is heartbreaking for somebody. I'm assuming this Knight of Swords. Tell us about Knight of Swords, Four of Swords, Spirit. Link these two energies for me. Okay. Hangman. In reverse. Okay, so somebody is stuck but enlightened. Somebody is aware. I had to check to see if they were in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. Somebody is aware that they don't get a new beginning. A fresh start. They're aware that it's not coming, so they're aware that what they were waiting for or are waiting for isn't coming. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody can't juggle something. This Knight of Swords can't juggle, and that's Justice. So, Two of Pentacles in the upright is somebody juggling, like balancing. It's a balancing act. In this case, it's birds, and mostly in this deck, I associate birds with people, but in the reverse, yeah. So, somebody couldn't balance something, or they couldn't juggle something, or they couldn't balance. I want to say this new beginning, but let's see. Seven of Swords. They couldn't juggle some deceit, and it's heartbreaking. There's a rat. Like, there's an actual rat. And there's that rat, the drowning rat. So I saved a drowning rat. This bird saved a drowning rat. It looks about half drowned, so that checks out. Seven of Swords, deceit. Somebody saved a rat and is aware of it. They're enlightened but stuck. So, like, even their mind is on fire. They're so aware of what's going on. Seven of Wands in reverse. They're not protected. They didn't protect this new beginning, and they're not protected. Eight of Pentacles. They signed a contract. They signed a contract. What's the contract about? And I see them signing something. They signed something, and yeah, it looks very official, so very contractual. So they signed something, or they took an oath, and they weren't protected when they took this oath. This is Ace of Cups. It was on the fence. But I'm going to take it in reverse. So, on the fence. Somebody wanted you trapped in your feelings. Looks like she's trying to trap the bird in the cup. Okay, the cups are feelings. Ace of Cups in the upright is like, and I should sit up straight because, you know, first of all, my spine, and second of all. So in the upright, this would be like the ultimate love. In reverse, there's like no love. And it was pushing reverse. But we're going to say somebody wanted you trapped in your feelings. But I'm going to put it down in reverse. So you're having no love left. And that fell on the floor. That was Two of Cups in reverse. On the floor. Somebody's throwing things. Okay. All right, we're up. I'm on a tiny little stool. I'm trying not to fall off. Okay, Two of Cups reversed. Give us one more, Spirit. So they signed a contract to end a partnership and have you in your feelings. Queen of Wands. To end a partnership with a Queen of Wands in the upright. Yeah, you don't really want to mess with a Queen of Wands in the upright. Queen of Wands is okay alone. You know, the Queen of Cups is like very, like a family-oriented, matriarchal kind of sweetheart. But the Queen of Wands will bite back. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. I don't know how to feel about this Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's just sitting on money, the horse. Somebody could be born in the year of the horse. This could be about the year of the horse. I mean, this particular bit of the message. Yeah, I don't know. Right off, I mean, he's looking right at the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands in the upright is somebody charismatic, independent, resourceful, attractive. Okay. Let's get some clarity on this Knight of Pentacles. Sun in reverse. Sun in reverse. Tell me about the Sun in reverse. Fell right on top of it. Judgment in reverse. Judgment in reverse. Oh. Okay, somebody tried to... Remember when I said trap you in your feelings? Somebody tried to trap you. And it woke up your ancestors. These birds are climbing out of the grave. Right? That's the Judgment card. In reverse, it was bad judgment, but also it woke up. It like sounded a trumpet. It woke up your ancestors. And trying to trap you. He's riding this bird. He's trying to tame the bird. Leo energy is Sun, but I'm not going to call out. I'm not going to call out all the signs. Okay. Anything else we need to know before I check top and the bottom of the deck, Spirit? And then we'll get some clarification. So this all started with a drowned rat and the song 21 Guns. And 21 Guns, it's about not necessarily emotional defeat. Obviously, 21 Guns refers to a military ceremony, but it's about giving up a battle in exchange for the relief of the battle being over, surrender. 5 of Cups, Tower in reverse. Somebody is in somebody talks too fucking much. Somebody's in regret and they're trying to stop this tower. Tower reverse. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Tower reverse. So they're not giving to a situation in order to stop a tower, in order to stop a foundation from crumbling. A tower is like divine intervention. It's an unsecure foundation crumbling. So something that's built on lies or facade or just, you know, unstable anything. The divine will come through and wipe it out in order for you to reboot your life. And in this case, somebody... It almost looks like they got drunk and were talking to some people, quite a few people, about and something not being over, about not giving to a situation. So they were talking about something not being over because they weren't giving to something. Okay. And this is like an evil clown feeding the birds. Right? Six of Pentacles. So that's about reciprocity. In reverse, somebody's avoiding a tower by not giving to something, or a non-reciprocal situation is not over and they're talking about it. Would depend on which way they read the cards. I usually read the cards left to right, so in which case somebody is talking about something not being over with some breadcrumbing situation, not giving to a situation, no reciprocity. So somebody is not giving something. What else, Spirit? The truth about a King of Cups. This is the Page of Swords. But his sword is down. He's not speaking. He's not offering the truth. In fact, he could be concealing a lie or protecting a lie. So Ace of Swords in the upright would be the truth, but Ace of Swords in reverse is a lie or some kind of deceit. And he's essentially holding the Ace of Swords in reverse. Like he's holding one sword, but he's not offering the truth. So protecting a lie about a King of Cups, or it is the King of Cups protecting a lie. However, the King of Cups is in the upright. So I'm going to say somebody is not giving to a situation because they are protecting a lie about a King of Cups. This King of Cups has a pot leaf on his shirt. Probably meant to look like feathers, but I'm seeing a pot leaf. And he is side-eyeing this whole situation over here. This Two of Cups in reverse. And I feel like this Knight of Pentacles, first of all, that they're not going anywhere, even though it's a knight and it's on a horse. The horse isn't moving. He's just sitting on his money and being brought messages about the Queen of Wands. Trying to trap the Queen of Wands in her feelings, because I don't see the Queen of Cups out here anywhere yet. And put out her light, the sun, was unjust, or it was poor judgment. And it woke up the ancestors. Okay, and somebody not being able to juggle, and justice. So justice is the Three of Swords, which sometimes I guess you have to get your heart broken to learn something, mostly about yourself. Anyway, that was justice, and as well as this person being trapped but enlightened with their brain on fire, like their crown chakra is totally lit up to the point it looks like they're on fire. And not having a new beginning, not being able to juggle this deceit, this rat. They're not protected like this. And this contract, they weren't protected with this contract or this agreement. to trap the Queen of Wands in her feelings. It seems like that's what maybe this Two of Cups in reverse is about. Maybe communication stopped in this partnership when it ended. And then other people started bringing this knight. Because we got two knights here. Probably the same one. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. And this Knight of Sword is offering the truth. He's not going anywhere. My ears are ringing really loud. He's just standing there with the truth, kind of looking at it. But not... So, again, with the crown chakra lit up, this knight knows. And they're hearing things about the Queen of Wands. If people are bringing them information as he's looking right at her. All right, let's do top and bottom of the deck. What do we got? The Moon. The Six of Cups. Five of Wands. Six of Wands. To the Emperor. We got Nine of Cups in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. Are these all? No. Ten of Wands in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse. Strength in reverse. I did have like half the deck in reverse. But I don't think there's such a thing as coincidence, so we're going to leave them like that. Okay. Oh, somebody is not a King of Pentacles. They're dropping the burden of this Queen of Swords in reverse, so... Or this is the King of Swords in reverse. They don't have the strength to deal with this King of Swords in reverse. That is the King, correct? No, that's the Queen. Okay, so they're dropping this Queen of Swords in reverse. They don't have the strength to deal with it. So, Queen of Swords in reverse is a liar. King of Pentacles in reverse is somebody that is broke, greedy, financially unstable, would do anything for money. Dropping a Queen of Swords who is somebody who uses words to manipulate and will use your words against you, will lie about you, will lie about themselves, will pretty much say anything to anybody about anything. Somebody made a mistake. Under the Moon, somebody is communicating with somebody from their past about a conflict and how they are a successful emperor now. A conflict. So Five of Wands is a conflict. So somebody is communicating with somebody from their past about a conflict and how they were successful. At being the emperor. He's holding a crystal ball. Okay. What else do we need to know? I forgot to look up most of the time, but maybe this angle it won't be so bad. What other deck are we using? Okay. I haven't pulled this one in a while. Let's see if it's the right one. I don't even know what it's called. But it is a mini deck. Oh. My body is angry with me because I never stop moving. Okay, it's a mini deck. Whoa. It's Spirit, let's 10 of Cups. Let's get them out before we start throwing them out. All right. There's 5 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Let's get clarification on... Got an Emperor and a King of Cups out here. Who's this read? Who is this read for? I think that the read is for the Queen of Wands. Is there anything else we need to know, Spirit, about this situation? Is the contract over? 8 of Swords in reverse. You're not trapped. You're not trapped, and somehow that fucks the contract up. Okay. So you're not trapped, Queen of Wands, which was the goal. Again, they wanted you trapped in your emotions or trapped physically or both. 8 of Wands. It's funny that there's the birds again. Yeah, somebody wanted you permanently down, if not dead. Like somebody wanted to end you, essentially, but it failed. Tell me about this drowning rat. 7 of Swords. What is this? 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 3 of Cups to the 7 of Pentacles. Somebody is trying to create a 3 of Cups situation. There's 3 cups in this picture, but there's only 2 lights. There's only 2 candles. That's important. There's 3 cups, 2 candles, and a rose. But somebody is... Not only are they working on it, they think it will bring them stability. Fruits. It will bring them fruits. You know, manifestations. Again, I see 2 lights though, not 3, but there's a 3 of Cups there. So somebody's trying to create a 3 of Cups situation, or that's what the 7 of Swords is about. Tell us about this King of Cups, who looks pretty ominous even though he's in the upright. 4 of Swords. He is trapped in his head. So maybe he wasn't protected from his own mental, because that's kind of in between him and the 7 of Wands. Oh, trapped in his head, feeling out in the cold. 5 of Coins, or trying to leave somebody else out in the cold. But it feels like they feel like they're out in the cold. Tell me about this, leaving this Queen of Swords. This King of Pentacles, this Queen of Swords that don't... There's communication incoming. There's communication. That actually landed on Hangman and the Ace of Wands in reverse. So maybe communication about being aware but stuck. All right. Tell us about this lack of strength, this 10 of Wands in reverse. Somebody is letting something go. They're just not strong enough. The Hierophant in reverse. So somebody could be getting a divorce. There's 2 crows here, a wing and a scarab. An ankh and a key. The scarab has wings. Hierophant in reverse. Somebody could be getting a divorce, or something's unorthodox, but seeing as the rest of the cards it's with, it looks like somebody could be getting a divorce. Tell us about this Tower in reverse not giving Two of Swords that came out on the fence. Somebody didn't make a decision. It looks like somebody didn't make a decision. So you made a decision. Or what did the Queen of Wands do? Mind your business, drink your water. What did she do? Oh, Nine of Cups. You celebrated yourself. You have a heart full of love. So this is a haul with the 9 cups, but there's nobody in it, and it landed on top of her. Like, you learn to love yourself. You celebrated. You're in the 9 of Cups, and this caused the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. Isn't the other 5 of Wands right here somewhere? Over there, yeah. 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands. So there was a conflict about somebody not being protected and you not being trapped, and somebody didn't make a decision. Somebody feels out in the cold. There's some kind of divorce or some kind of breakup. What do we need to know about this Emperor over here who feels successful? They're talking to somebody in their past about conflict ending. Ace of Wands. So there's that new beginning. Kind of fell out messy. Page of Swords. There's somebody talking about it. Page of Pentacles. It's time. There's a watch on here. Page of Pentacles. Somebody sees an opportunity. Yeah, the eye sees the pentacle. This Page of Swords is very upset about this Ace of Wands, this new beginning. She's got the castle. And the flower. Alright, tell us about the Emperor. What do we need to know about this Emperor, Spirit? And then I'm going to wrap this up and we'll get some advice. I don't know what I'm on here, but 32 minutes, that's not too bad. Tell us about this Emperor. You're in the 9 of Cups, so you're doing great. You're celebrating life. King of Cups. Okay, so the Emperor is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is out here twice. Anything else that this Queen of Wands needs to know, Spirit? What about this 5 of Cups? What is that? And it flew right on top of it. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. And 4 of Swords in the upright at the end of that row. So he's letting go of a conflict in his head. Some kind of fire. About this Tower in reverse, but then 4 of Swords at the end of the row, and then he's back in his head. Only now it looks different. It doesn't really look like smoke so much as manifestations, because there's color in it, and it looks gentle. It doesn't look all mean. Somebody could be ascending or going through a spiritual awakening. See the stairs in the background, like mentally rising. Well, this looks good, so why out in the cold? Why out in the cold? I mean, we got, he's in the upright here twice, 3 times. Once, twice. Balance. 2 of Pentacles in the upright. There had to be some balance. Maybe you had to learn balance. maybe he had to learn balance, but there had to be balance in the situation. Or you're trying to balance the situation. What? Queen of Cups, there she is. Queen of Swords, there she is. Okay, so you're balancing between being a Queen of Cups and a Queen of Swords, and you are the Queen of Wands. So, you know, damn near every queen in the deck out here. I'm surprised the Empress isn't out here somewhere. The Emperor is. Anything else, Spirit? Two of Wands in reverse. Somebody doesn't want you to reach your goals. Yeah, somebody doesn't want you to be this. Somebody doesn't want you to find balance, the Fool. But you're protected. Knight of Swords in reverse. Somebody's two-faced. That's not hidden. That's not an illusion. Somebody cut off their nose to spite their own face. Now they want to tell you about it. Again, you're not trapped. Okay. Let's get maybe a couple advice cards from the Find deck, because I really love this deck, and then we'll go. I didn't even look up. How you doing, Collective? How you doing? I hope your night's going good. Let's shuffle these a little bit, and we'll get some advice. Shit, you could be this Emperor. You could be this Queen of Wands. Oh. That's very loud. My ears, my left ear's ringing pretty loud. Spirit, what advice? Restart. Turn yourself off. Turn yourself back on. 7 a.m. Messages. I have been waking up hearing stuff in the morning about 7 o'clock. It's very strange. Messages. Coffee cups. Okay. Somebody needs to get up. But restart. Like, hope exists. Even today. That fell on top of this Four of Swords. So this person resting, they still carry hope that the situation is going to work out. It's a tiny candle. It's a tiny flame, but it's there. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Slow down. Life isn't a race. You don't have to outrun it. Take a breath. Oh, time. Yeah. This is probably for me too. I've been burning the candle at both ends, so to speak. Somebody's on a treadmill running from time. Oh, you can't outrun time. Especially on a treadmill. You're not going to get anywhere. You're just running in place. What are you running from? Time's not even real. What are you running from? Somebody feels like they're out of time. Somebody feels like time is catching up to them. Stop comparing. Social media is a highlight reel. Yeah. In this, it's like somebody would taken a selfie and it's all real nice, but in the background, their life is all chaotic and shit. That's true. That's true. Yeah. There's like babies screaming and storms and dogs and messes and yeah. So I wanted to come out in reverse, but we're not going to take these in the reverse. Comparison is the thief of joy, though. You can't ever compare yourself to somebody else's life because you're not in it, and you'll never really understand what it's like to experience as somebody else's. To a certain extent, you can. Obviously, you can do your best to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, and try to relate to their experience as much as you can, but you'll never experience something the same way somebody else does because you do not share the same perception. It is not possible for you to share the same exact perception. That's not the way it works. Touch grass. Go outside. The internet will survive. All right, let's get one more, Spirit. What do they need to know about this situation? This situation. Do I need to get some different cards? This is becoming a mess. Oh, let them go. Okay, so this fell on that King of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse. There's some kind of divorce happening. It says let them go. Not everyone is meant to stay.